We have Sue Wilson and Tim Doherty on the line. Sue and Tim, are you with us here? Did the connection work? Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Here.
So we're in the kitchen. I suspect there's going to be some sort of either a food preparation. What do we have tonight? As our theme, of course, is staying sane and entertained through this wild era we're living in.
Well, we have to do a shout out to our son-in-law, Matt Rufo, because Matt is like the expert drink maker in the family.
He loves classic cocktails, and he's taught me a thing or two, and I appreciate that.
So we have been working on one of my favorite drinks, which is the French martini. And Tim, I think, has got it down.
It's taken a while, but I think I may have perfected it, and I think we need to rename it though the French quarantini.
True. So we're going to demonstrate how to make the French quarantini, but I should step out of the way because you're the guy.
Yeah, you're good right there.
But Dan, can you see us? And should I bring the iPad closer so you can see Tim, or can you see everything?
I can see you both. You look great, and the camera work is phenomenal here. It sounds good. I'm hoping our audience can see and hear us all. I'm sure there are audience members that can give us feedback through the Facebook chat and YouTube chat as we work out how we do these live broadcasts. But yep, let's proceed. I can see you perfectly. Go for it.
Okay. Well, first our main ingredients are vodka. We prefer Kettle One. So Kettle One vodka is the brand. Chambord is a raspberry liqueur that's a little bit expensive, but I just found a small, a real teeny version of it at the store the other day. So we're going to have to, next time we buy it, we'll buy the small version. Lots of ice cubes, because that's important. And pineapple juice.
Pineapple juice.
These are the key ingredients, these three.
Which early on, when I was trying to make these for her, I thought she liked this taste better than the pineapple juice.
Because I don't like pineapple juice.
I was putting in too much Chambord and not enough pineapple juice, when actually the reverse is true.
Yeah, you need a lot of pineapple juice, and it tastes good.
So shall we?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, we got our shaker ready to go. We're going to make a double batch. So I've doubled the ingredients here. We always keep our martini glasses in the freezer as well as our vodka. Yeah.
So that's important.
So we're going to start with, again, doubling the recipe since we're making one for each of us. We're going to do 4 ounces. We prefer kettle. Is that the label there?
Yes.
There you go. Kettle. 4 ounces of this in our shaker over ice. So far, so good, Dan?
Absolutely. We're with you. I'm actually taking my mic off and getting in the car and driving over there to so I can join you and partake.
You have to take your temperature before you drive over here.
Now, kind of the trick to this, well, you know what, I'll do the Chambord first. Just a little bit of Chambord, again, not too much, because it really adds a lot of flavor. A little bit adds a lot of flavor. All right. That's about, for this double batch, just 3/4 of an ounce of Chambord, the raspberry liqueur. Now, this is the trick. We're going to put in 2 ounces of this pineapple juice.
Well shaken,
That's right.
not stirred.
That's right. See, there that is. You can buy those at the grocery store. It's handy when they come in this little thing. And then tomorrow morning I'll have this for breakfast.
Without the vodka.
Well, you never know. All right. Got everything ready? I think we do. Nice shake.
Now, we've heard varying things about shaking. Like you shouldn't overshake it because
You bruise the vodka.
you bruise the vodka. I've never heard that. But that's what.
You bruise the vodka. Wow.
Yes.
Right.
Now, here's the interesting thing. You can't see this now, but what we got in there is a nice foamy top, which I didn't think that was possible, but yes, the pineapple juice actually does make that possible. And just do a little bit of this. Make a nice double batch. And since we have a raspberry liqueur in there, the Chambord, we've also included a couple of raspberries.
Oh, wow.
However, there is a secret. When we went to Lanning's, which is a very nice restaurant in Bath, and I've only been there like sophomore year for homecoming or something, but we started going because a friend of ours, Dusty's behind the bar, and he has a secret, and that is to add just a touch of champagne on the top.
Yeah, it's a floater. But
Just as a floater.
You got to have the floater.
Yeah, got I have a
So
clue.
he's going
This
to
is
pop
great.
this champagne.
Do it after you've shaken it because that would just be a mess because this is so highly. We thought we would save this for you guys. Here you go.
Ah,
Twisting it, twisting it.
there we
Ah.
go.
All right. Now a topper of champagne. I hope our friend Sally Spitz is watching because she thought this was a great idea when she was making these the other night.
Well, it's in the video playback when these are all live, posted to YouTube. They can watch on the replay.
Okay.
And here we go.
So we toast you with our French quarantinis.
The French quarantine. So there is a link that we will post to the. Is that what I understand? There's a link that we can.
Yes, so on a totally different note, gosh, Dan, the only time you've had us on this show, we've been either drinking wine or martinis, so.
I'm jealous.
That's not the only way we're coping. We're also doing puzzles, taking walks. We took a bike ride on the towpath today. It's like, this isn't all we're doing. However, I did write a really great article with a bunch of my friends who are wonderful wine connoisseurs. They know a lot more about wine than I do. And I put all these suggestions together of a wine list for the quarantine. But the key to this wine list is that they're inexpensive wines. But they're fabulous. And I have a friend who lives in Napa Valley. She really knows her wine. A few friends from Nashville who also really know their wines, but they also know that you don't have to spend a lot of money. So I put a list together of some really delicious wines, and I want to do a shout out because we bought some of them at Susan Mozingo's place. She owns Regency Wine Store on Gent Road. And she is still open for carry out only, of course.
3 until 7.
Every day,
Every
3 till
day.
7?
Yep.
So anyway, we do have a link that I sent to you, but it's SueWilsonCreative.com, and that's my website. And there's a link to my blogs. And
What's the name of the article?
it is called,
When Life Gives You Grapes.
When Life Gives You Grapes, Drink Wine, and it's inexpensive wines for the quarantine. So we'll send you that link, Dan, so you can post it.
We will post it on Akron Buzz, and also absolutely a plug for Susan over there at the Regency Wine, and that's open even on Sundays. Or I wonder what she's doing. If she's doing 3 to 7 on weekdays, or
Weekdays.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would guess maybe Saturday too, but I don't think Sunday.
Yeah, I don't
Sure.
think she's ever been open on Sunday.
Sure. Yeah, and she did a good business, anyway. With the, certainly it's fun to hang out there, and the food there, phenomenal. But the kitchen is not open. She's open for carry out for selling wine.
Right, she's open for retail. When she originally bought Regency Wine Stores, it was a retail shop.
Sure.
And just, selling wine. And she knows her wines, has a great selection. Then she expanded, and now she does, music on Saturday nights, and she has a wonderful small plates menu. And yeah, it's a really terrific kind of a cheers.
Wine and vinyl.
Kind of place.
Yeah, once in a while we roll out the turntable and we hook it into the system, and Sue and I host Wine and Vinyl at Susan's place. So we bring a bunch of albums along, people can pick their favorites, we slap them on the turntable, and we drink wine.
When this is all over, and it will be, it might be, like we've heard from all our elected officials, the next couple of weeks, the next maybe 30 days are going to be rough. But then we'll all come out of this, and hopefully we'll have a new appreciation for a lot of things when this is all over.
Well, cheers to you, and thank you for bringing both the drink recipe and the blog. And the plug for Susan is certainly wonderful. We certainly love hanging out at Regency, and we want to support our local business owners. She's certainly the example of an entrepreneur and a local business owner who could use our support. Everybody could use a little support in terms of the takeout restaurants and the gift cards and all that. We also want to make sure that we're not misleading people into believing the alcohol does not kill the COVID-19 coronavirus.
You know what? I actually have a point to that I just read. The leader of Belarus, who's been the leader of Belarus near Russia since the 1990s, says that a certain percentage of vodka every day does actually keep the virus at bay. That's his thinking.
Well, he's trying to sell vodka, probably.
Sure.
He's the leader of his free world over there.
Is it a free one?
So the Moscow Mule needs to be prescribed immediately.
There you go.
For everyone.
Take a Moscow Mule and call me in the morning.
Right. Hey, we have to have a little fun. It's certainly not a laughing matter, but we need to have a little fun. Thank you for bringing some spirit and personality and a sense of community and all of the above to our program. And Glad to see you're doing well. And I'm going to take off this mic, and I'll be over there in about 30 seconds to try that recipe.
Cheers to you.
All right, cheers to you, and thank you for joining us. And thank you for watching that and all of our segments we're doing here tonight as we bring on all of our guests through Skype and have a great time with this grand experiment called Akron Buzz Live.